Hey y'all. Um, oh man, what a day. Today wasn't as crazy or hectic or productive as what I'm accustomed to, I guess you could say. But I know that today was a kind of day that I've been wanting for a while where I was able to relax and focus on myself and just have time alone. And yeah, I'm feeling lonely and I'm vulnerable, but um, sometimes when the higher power says, "Hey, be still. This is something you need," it always works out for the best. Today was a real hard day because I've grown so accustomed to being around, Michael and his family, and I got used to that, and I kind of got too comfortable, I guess, because I have my own house and I pay my bills. It's really nice to be able to lie next to somebody and feel that comfort, you know. So today was definitely another day that was different, and it wasn't exactly what I had planned, but I guess the universe is trying to talk to me, saying that it's okay sometimes to be by ourselves and to have, alone time and not have any expectations of what's going to happen throughout the day. Now, with that being said, um, I had a lot of time to think and a lot of time to pray on things, and for me, I feel like I'm coming through to the end of this tunnel where this white light is shining brightly, and I feel a lot better as far as me coming home. And so I reached out yesterday to a friend, and he really helped me see a lot of things, and he put them in perspective that forgiveness is an essential thing in our lives that we really need to practice quite frequently, because I know that if I cannot forgive somebody for something that's happened, then I can't grow as a spiritual person. I can't grow mentally and emotionally. I can't go forward. I just stay complacent and stuck. And I don't like being like that, because when that happens, I tend to repeat this vicious cycle of insanity, and I don't get nowhere, and I'm restless and discontent, and I don't like it when my balance is off like that. So, you know, while I was in the shower, I was just thinking that, I really got to start practicing more of this whole forgiveness thing with myself and with other people. And they always say that you're your biggest critic. You're harder on yourself than anybody else is, um, because you can be honest with yourself. Now, I'm not saying everybody's like that as far as being honest with themselves, but I know for me, when I'm being truly honest, whether I want to face that honesty or not and the truth, um, I know it can be very harsh and very brutal and blunt, and it can really, mess with me. But it's what helps me stay sane, helps me, continue on this path, this adventure that I'm currently taking, this road. So I know that I have to start practicing more forgiveness of myself and others, because I don't like staying stuck. I've never been the type of person that wants to be stuck. I want to grow. I want to go forward. I want to find the meaning of happiness once again, like I used to. I had this amazing balance, and I was content, and I had so much peace. And a lot of people want to be drawn to that, but when that happens, I tend to forget that I need to put that separator, that divider, to not allow others to take from me constantly and leave me, empty, as far as, my time, my energy, and whatnot. So I'm very grateful for my friend, because, yesterday, like I was talking about, how the struggle is real, it's hard, Addiction is not really, you know, something to mess with. It's not something to shrug off like, oh, it's no big deal, like you stub your toe or something. No, it's a really scary thing, and it's, you know, it could take you places that you never imagined going. But anyways, I understand that I'm being shown all kinds of new new positive outlets that I can channel my energy and how I'm feeling into that, and don't have to feel so crappy afterwards. And you know, like I said earlier this morning, I was talking about my relationship with someone who I love very much, who is very near and dear to me, and I can't see my life without that person. And if I'm self-destructing, I can't keep him in my life, because he's not going to be able to handle all that destruction that comes with my self-destruction. And I know that in order for us to be happy and healthy, I have to find balance within myself, and I got to really be understanding more and not so intense all the time. Because, you know, he has his moments where he's a great person, and then, you know, we feed off each other's energy, so we're going back and forth like, you know, it's like a hot potato. I'm holding it for a while and I'm burning my hand, so I'm throwing it back at him and he's burning his, and we're not really finding a solution. We're just going back and forth with this hot potato, and we're getting hurt in the process. And I don't want to do that no more. I can't believe I've allowed myself to go this long, you know. Allowed myself to go this long, and allowed me to forget and lose sight of myself and sight of what's important, and trying to maintain that balance. So this, you know, to me, venting and expressing myself through YouTube is actually very benefiting to me. I have found that it helps me process, and it helps me get things out. So my person that I'm trying to rely on doesn't feel like they're being overwhelmed or bombarded with all of my stuff. I mean, I have learned through years and years of how to process and handle other people when they're going through things. I know how to comfort that, and I know how to use the tools and techniques that will help them feel better, and feel some type of closure when they have an issue, and to have a better understanding of that. I know how all that works. But there comes a time when I forget about myself, because I'm so busy focused on everybody else, and I'm worried that, you know, I got to take care of everybody else because I need them to be healthy for when I have my moments. Now, I learned firsthand that that doesn't always work in my favor. And what I mean by that is when I have my moments and I crash and I come down hard, I'm looking for that. I'm looking to grab onto that. And if I can't find it, I tend to slip into these self-destructive modes where I'm going to hurt my body and my health by consuming things that I know are not good for me, that cause me so much grief. And I tend to self-destruct a lot of times. And when that happens, I become this really ugly monster. I call it the hideousness of my reality, but I become this horrible person, and the people that are around me, I just tend to act out all that aggression and anger, because I feel that no one's understanding what I'm going through, and I'm making it about me. I'm being selfish. I'm not really trying to be understanding at that point. It's like a raging alcoholic or a drug addict that needs their drug of choice or their alcohol preference, and they're not getting it. And so when I get into that aspect, as far as spiritual sense, and not having that balance, I turn into this hideous monster of a beast, and it's not pleasant for anybody, because a lot of people get hurt, including myself. And when I'm like that, I don't think about things like that. I don't look past myself. I look at me, and I get in this state of mind that poor me, and it's not good for anybody. And then people tend to want to stay away. They tend to push away, and they don't want to be around me when I'm having those moments. And it's unfortunate that, you know, it gets like that, because, you know, I really need people at times when I'm going through those moments to help carry me sometimes. And I've learned through, you know, this spiritual walk that it's okay to reach out. It's okay to ask for help, and it's okay to lean on people to a point, because not everybody or not one specific person is going to have all the answers for me or all the comfort I need. And so I'm trying to learn how to take what I need and leave the rest with other people, so that I'm not taking everything from them just because I'm sinking. And I'm really hoping that this journey that I'm embarking on, whatever this may be with this YouTube therapy, I'm really hoping that I'll be able to find answers and learn lessons and grow to being the better version of the previous me, because I know who I am. I know that I can be this amazing white light and this amazing safe haven for people. I know who I am as far as that goes, and I understand that a whole lot more than being lost in the dark and running around trying to grab at things just to hold myself up. And I'll probably mention a lot how much I really do love, you know, my significant other, Michael. He helps me to realize a lot of things about myself and about us and about how things really are. And it kind of keeps me grounded, but at the same time it's scary, because I'm not sure where things are going to go and how they're going to be. But I'm hoping that, you know, we can be around each other for a long time. And I've told him that. And, you know, most guys usually tell females that, and I'm completely opposite. It's just I constantly tell him how much I appreciate him, and I'm constantly telling him, you know, how grateful I am that he's in my life, and I'm grateful that we got the opportunity to take this journey together. And I told him I can't imagine my life waking up and not ever having him next to me. And I know sometimes that can come out as overwhelming, but like I said, when I express myself, I mean it sincerely from the bottom of my heart. And if people are getting that kind of love from me, that's a good thing. And I can go both ways. I can be a horrible, monstrous version of myself and just shred everything and destroy everything so beautiful that I hold near and dear to me. But I can also lift people up and give them that empowered fire, passion to go forward and want to do something amazing. And I like it when I'm on that bender, but I too, like everybody else, do get burnt out after a while. And I know when that happens, I should keep in mind that I need to take a step back and recollect my thoughts and myself, and really learn how to breathe in the moment instead of just pushing through it, trying to be this inevitable, unbreakable person. Because, you know, even the greatest giants fall sometimes, and that's okay, because, you know, like I said, I'm not perfect in any way, but I know who I am, and I love when I am on this positive bender, and I love when I find peace and happiness. And it's scary at times because of having to jump with a leap of faith and hope that things are going to balance themselves out, not really knowing how everything's going to be, but hoping that comes out in a better perspective than before I went in. So I am grateful to all of you, and for those of you watching, if you come across my video, I just want to say how much I truly am grateful that you guys took the time to listen to me express myself. And I hope and pray that this video finds you doing well, and I hope and pray that oh man, I hate it when I lose my train of thought. Yes, okay, so for those of you, you know, that know me, that I don't talk to very often, I just want to say I hope you can forgive me from the bottom of my heart if I've ever, you know, done anything to hurt you or make you feel less than what you really are, because, you know, I was having a moment of selfishness and anger and hurt, and when I hurt, I want others to hurt because I want them to understand that pain, and I know that's a selfish thing to do, and it's a selfish thing to say, but like I said, I'm a very honest person, and if I didn't express how truly grateful I am to those people that have been by my side since the beginning, I think it would really mess with my serenity. So for all you that are listening, if I've ever done you wrong at all, I hope that you can find it in your heart to forgive me one day, and I really hope and pray that that you find peace and love within yourself and others, and that none of us are ever not enough for ourselves and others. We are always enough, and we are always worth, you know, that extra time. So be good to yourself, be good to others, take the time to breathe, and remember, I too have a lot of walking to do in this spiritual journey, and I too have a lot to learn. So I thank you for your patience, and I thank you for your time. Y'all have a beautiful night.